another video from Creativo Solutions. We are currently going through assignment questions for the British International Distance College Mathematics module. I hope you're finding these videos helpful. If you would like more information, you can visit our website for more content and resources to help you, and consider following us on Instagram and Twitter, and keep watching the YouTube channel for more support. We've looked at 15 questions already, and we are now going to be continuing with question number 16. We're looking at assignment 2 for the maths module. So let's begin. Question 16 is broken up into three separate questions. I'm going to start with question A, and question A says simplify. They've given you 27 x to the 6 to the power negative 2 over 3. When looking at this, you're actually applying your exponent rules. When I look at 27, I'm trying to think of a number that can be squared or that can be cubed. I'm thinking of 3 cubed, because 3 times 3 is 9 and 9 times 3 is 27. So I could rewrite this as 3 cubed x to the 6 to the power negative 2 over 3. And we know when you have a power raised by another power, you're then going to multiply those exponents together. So I'm going to multiply this exponent of 3 by minus 2 over 3. So minus 2 over 3 times 3 gives you minus 2. So I'm going to have 3 to the minus 2. Then I'll have x, and I'll do the same thing for this one. 6 times minus 2 over 3. Well, 6 can cancel with the 3 and I'll be left with 2. 2 times minus 2 is minus 4, because I would cancel 3 with the 6, so I'll be left with a 2 there. 3 goes into 6 2 times, and 2 times minus 2 gives you minus 4. So now I've been given that. Generally, you wouldn't want to write numbers with negative exponents. So negative exponents means it's in the denominator. So I'm going to write this as 1 over 3 squared I know is 9, and x would stay as x to the power 4, and that would be the answer for this particular question. They did say simplify, so I've simplified that term into 1 over 9x to the power 4. Question 16b says, without a calculator, show that 49 over 16 to the power minus 3 over 2 equals 64 over 343. That's what they've asked you to do. They say write down all the steps in your working. So they want us to prove that this identity is true, meaning what's on the left equals what's on the right. As you can see, we've been given 49 and we've been given 16. We know that those terms are actually square roots. So if I'm looking at this particular question, I'm going to convert those amounts to their square roots, or their squares. So I would have 7 squared is 49, and 4 squared, 4 times 4 is 16. Then I'll have minus 3 over 2. That's for the first part. So I'm looking at the left hand side. The left hand side can be written as 7 squared over 4 squared to the power minus 3 over 2. Now what do I do to the left hand side? Well, I can then take these powers and times it by those exponents. So I'll have 7 squared, I'm going to take the 2, which is the square part is going to be raised by another power. So I'm going to cancel that 2 with that 2, and that 2 will also cancel with that 2 as well, because I'm timesing both of those exponents by the same exponent, because I'm raising a power by another power. So that's going to give me, open bracket, 7 to the minus 3 over 4 to the minus 3. And we know when we have negative exponents, it means swap it around. So I could then write this term as 4 to the 3 over 7 to the 3. And then I would expand. So 4 times 4 times 4 over 7 times 7 times 7. And what is that going to give us? Well, if I type that into my calculator just to show the working, 4 times 4 times 4, what do you know? That equals 64. And 7 times 7 times 7, what do we know? Gives us 343. So now I've proved that the left hand side, which is this, equals the right hand side. So that statement is true. I've just shown it in terms of workings because that's what they asked for. Let's now look at question 16c. This question gives you 5y, or 5 to the power y rather, equals k. They say find 5 to the y plus 1 in terms of k. That's what they're asking us to do. They said 5y equals k, find 5y plus 1 in terms of k. So I need to expand this. When I see 5 to the power y plus 1, this basically means I've got 5y times 5 to the power 1, because remember the rule for exponents mean that we need to add. So I could add up those two exponents. I would then have y plus 1 as an exponent. I now know that 5y equals k, so I would have k here times 5 to the power 1, which is 5k. So when focusing on that, I'm just going to try pull out a 5y because that has the value of k. So the answer 5y or 5 to the power y plus 1 would be the same as 5k. That concludes this video. Thank you for watching, and please consider subscribing to the channel. If you have any comments or questions, post them below, and consider liking the video, and we'll keep creating more to help you.